maybe you have heard about what happened in the Mungo, in the Vuri division here in camp, where people were dispossessed from their properties during the era of 1950 and till 1970, where people were killed, and up to this date it has not been settled. And we still have it even when you look at land governance in country. You remember about what happened in Dikolo, all those things. Yo, so we need, you know, to appeal for justice to be executed. And that justice should not only be the justice by law. It is important that, you see, excuse me, when you look at all the laws governing land tenure in Cameroon, you see that when time comes to apply them, there are regions of Cameroon where people are disfavored, whereas in other areas they do not do that. But who do that? Who bring that up? They are Cameroonians from other regions. And unfortunately, we mentioned rulers who have an association, national association, which could have implied that when something is happening in the territory of the others, which is wrong, they had to come to condemn it. But unfortunately, what is happening? They keep quiet. It is the same thing with religious leaders. What happened in Dikolo was happening not up to 200 meters from the Archbishop of Douala. What did he say? So if we want to see that justice is applied in this country, we shouldn't just go to the courts. No, we as individuals, we should do all to get informed about the ruling of our country, and then when something happens, we intervene. That is how we maintain peace. And I keep on then saying that let there be a total engagement of everyone, and consider that peace is a daily business. We have to work for it daily. If not, all those announcements will not help us, because we have been there for 43 years. Announcement, but there is no way.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take on this message. Forget to Keja Robert Malanfe. This one says, greetings, Mr. Jarvis. Sometimes I wonder if these so-called government officials went to school, or they went to school, but school didn't go through, some of them. Why are they focusing only on the consequences of the post-electoral tension and leaving out the cause? They should look at the cause and not the consequences or effect of the tension. Divine writing from Tiku. This one is okay. This one is good afternoon in the studio. Let all the polling agents who were involved in electoral fraud in the various polling stations that we saw in social media defending themselves when they were caught at the act, the population brought to book, and will also help reduce tension. Mr. Bu writing from Bangante that all those probably. Okay, thank you very much. This one is good afternoon. I may say she's got it. This one is all right. Good afternoon. My name is Ngwane Clovis Mesumbe. I am from Tombe. My opinion on the topic of the day is President Biya should adopt the method of taking cure, meaning laying down the formula of peace with action, review the constitution of the republic, urging all his ministers to show peaceful action. Good afternoon to you all in the studio. If you're sending us a message, please avoid words that are actually offensive and attacking personalities. Go straight to the point, lay a problem, and also how you think we can resolve the issue. KJ Robert Malafe. Some people have the opinion that we are just talking about justice at the level of those who have destroyed properties, but what of those who actually committed injustice in the electoral process, that we should bring them to book, because they said they have not seen that those who actually committed injustice in the electoral process that cumulated to the people on the street to also carry out destruction of properties, that we cannot build or ease tension without looking at also this aspect?
Yes, the process to acquire peace, the context of the peace we are talking here on this platform is the absence of fear and threat that anything may happen. Because I don't want to divert in the other form of peace, you know, economic peace for people, because poverty is a problem. When there's poverty, there's no peace. When there's unemployment, there's no peace. But we are focusing now on the absence of fear and threat. And for us to have peace, there are some canons and there are certain things to do to ensure that we have peace. The first is dialogue. You see, no matter the rate of the conflict, no matter the numbers or days or years we do ghost towns, no matter the days and years we do violence, kidnapping, the truth is that at the end
we'll sit on
the table and we'll have a dialogue. We will not go into which type of dialogue, form of dialogue, we will not go into that, but the issue is dialogue. And of course, the President of the Republic is fully aware. That is why he has engaged elites and traditional rulers. Now, when they talk about elites, they are not talking about only politicians. We have economic elites, we have social elites, we have men of God, cardinals, bishops, they are elites, social elite. Chiefs are elites. Successful businessmen are elites. Academicians are elites. So you realize that he is calling at all category of successful people to be able to dialogue, talk with their people, and that he said during his speech. But for us to attain that, there are certain aspects that we must look. The first aspect is justice. Many people believe that we can have peace without necessarily going through justice, because at times it is complicated to attain justice. Like as I was talking with a friend, I asked that for me, I believe that for the crisis in the Northwest and Southwest to end, I think it's all about forgiveness and we start building. He said no, that to attain that we need justice. And I start to say that the number of people that have died there, how do we attain justice? People that cannot go to the hospital, people that cannot go to their farm, people that their stores have really been broken, they want justice. So how do we go through that process to attain justice? Like for instance, stores have been were broken all over Douala now, and if you go and liberate all those in prison, those that their stores have been broken and their things stolen, you've deprived them from justice, and they have a right to justice. Even in their minority, even the store of 5 people was broken, these 5 people need justice. So at times, justice become a pillar that at times need to be broken for us to attain peace. Because in certain circumstances, the honest truth is that we cannot have justice with regard to everybody. Some people stole, some people did not steal. Those that did not steal, that went for their normal demonstration because they were not satisfied, they have been arrested. We have those that actually went out honestly, knowing that they are going to steal. They have been arrested. Freeing some of them now, will it give opportunity for other next time that there will be a demonstration for them to adjust their program, knowing that anytime there is demonstration they need to go and steal? That's another question. Because many people did that in 2008. And today many people have done that. So there are some people, that's why we need justice, so that it should not repeat itself again. Those are some of the aspects we need to see. Then we also have the issue of amnesty. Is the amnesty we are talking about related to with those in the diaspora? Because many people that came out, we cannot only say they should sanction or free those that have been arrested, but many of them were influenced by those in the diaspora through the social media. Are we saying that they too, because it's an action, when you influence people to go and commit crime, you are responsible. So are we saying that the government should give these people in the diaspora amnesty? Amnesty is for somebody that have recognized his action and is asking for forgiveness.
No, because there are people who cannot come to Cameroon now because they are afraid that they will be arrested there.
Because of what they did through social media.
Yes.
But have they come out to say they are sorry so that they can give them amnesty? Do you give amnesty for somebody that believe that he is not sorry
But
or the action?
There's also something called blank amnesty. Blank amnesty means that it's okay, all those who have been identified, all those who acted in this, within this confine of this period to this period, whether they have actually apologized or not, for the sake of Viva Sound. We have given.
Yes, I accept with you that it is also an idea. But at times, you know, the way we reason, we analyze things, and the way the state, the government sees it is different.
Yeah, we are the state too now. We are,
you understand? We are part of the state.
Like
now, you are saying that all of them, blank amnesty, all of them should be forgiven.
Also give them
but
advice.
there is a spirit of anger and revenge for all those that lost their family members. And you not just come one day as the state and say amnesty, all those that excited people to go out, 100% you are free. And the person that the mother and the brother was killed, how do you appease that person?
It begin with blank. Don't you think that it begin with the blank amnesty? Then from amnesty now we see how we can sit together and see how we can move those who have lost their shops
and bring back the corpse of those that have died.
No, those who have died.
That is the bone of contention we are saying here. That when you give blank amnesty, it means that you've removed justice. And those that have lost family members, they need justice. There are things that I always say, Mr. Tama Jarvis, and I don't hide it. There are people in the Northwest and Southwest region that because their brothers or their sisters were killed by a military man, if they say a military man is totally war, in the Northwest and Southwest region. There are also people there that their family members were killed by separatists. That anything you say about separatists to them is totally war to them. They don't want to hear anything about separatists because they are responsible for the death of their family member. And one day they say there is amnesty, there is peace. All those in the diaspora that were asking people to go out or that were responsible for selling boys to go and kill people, today they are free. They can come back in the country and feel free. What about those people that still have that anger? Remember, anger is an ideology. You've lost a lost one, which is a trauma for life. So those are some of the difficulties that the state obviously have. Also, during this period where we are looking for peace, there could be appeasement, yes, because there are some people that their shop were broken that the government can come to assist them financially.
That's what we are saying. That
yes, there are appeasement that can
appease.
Yes, you can appease those people that their shops were broken. Those that went through trauma. We can have psychological counseling, even though in Africa they don't see that, they see that only in Europe. Those people are there. But when you are doing appeasement now, what do you do with those that love lost ones? That is a bone of contention which we need to talk about. We need to talk about it. And another aspect too, to ensure that there is peace, we have to look at those laws maybe that were there and that people think that some adjustment is supposed to be done, because when you even look at the laws in Cameroon, especially the declaration of
asset
of resort,
okay, declaration
of resort. In French they'll talk about publication, in English they'll talk about declaration. Now, when you look at the two, it's different.
Yeah, you have two different meanings.
You have two different meanings in context. You have two different meanings. So, the Constitutional Council, they are there. The Counting Commission was there. They did their accounting. They gave it to them. All they need to do was to take it and declare it. In English, that we can see it in another context. But in French, it said publication. Publication means that you just take something and you show it here and you go away.
Yeah.
Without necessarily giving any explanation. If they say 10 people died, you turn and say 10 people died.
Just
that's publication.
Yeah, just paste it and send it.
But declaration has to do with certain steps which you need to give to
analysis,
say that this happened,
this
happened.
yes.
So you realize that that context, it becomes a problem. So there are certain laws that I think that if they put in place, maybe it will be able to manage all this. Because right now, the problem we have is to distinguish between those that went out for their normal demonstration that they were not satisfied with the result, and those that when leaving their houses, they had their own agenda that they are going to break stores. And those that left their homes to go and demonstrate, and on the way they saw people breaking and they decided to follow the crowd. Like our brother, that people went and break into cold stores removing fish, and he was picking but the fishes that were falling. So he has his own. Justice see this in 3 different ways.
But he picked his own on the way now as he was falling from people now.
And it does not belong to him.
But he picked it on the road. He did not take it from a store. How will you say, okay, where will
The road is not the trash can.
No, but he picked it on the road.
Like the woman that they saw, the mother is a mother anyway, that they saw the bag of rice that she was carrying. I said, I know somebody that went and break the store had about 2 or 3 bags and gave her 1 bag. Those processes, they will be judged. So when we are giving appeasement, we should
I
take
agree
note.
with you.
Yes.
I agree. But on this context now, on a lighter note, how do you get someone that you are walking on the road and you see 2 fishes and you pick them? You don't know which store is coming from.
You don't pick the dog will pick.
You don't pick the dog who pick. Yeah. How will you now be held responsible for that one?
No. The street is
the street
is not a trash can. When you pick up something,
when you pick it now, how you go and give it? Where will you go and give it to? And start locating the store. That is it a fish? Is it name?
I understand your point. Your point, you are saying that if you did not pick that fish, that would be wasted some resources. I understand that perspective, but the truth is that justice is a blind woman that does not see but just how to implement justice.
Yes.
And according to the law, when you pick something that does not belong to you, you know where to take them to.
Okay, so the person with that 2 fish would have taken them to.
According to the law, and the law does not have emotions or feeling. According to the law. So you that you picked up the fish, you are part of the action.
So the person would have shouted, lost the fun, lost the fun.
Please, I'm talking now about justice and not emotion. Yes. So when you analyze all this, do you give general amnesty and free all of them? Yes. Especially those that went out on their right to say that their votes, they were not satisfied with it. You have to free them. What about those that went out to demonstrate that they are not happy for an election that they did not participate? Over 85% don't have electoral card. How do you analyze those ones when you just free them too? Those that have broken the shop of people, that is their business. They are waiting for any demonstration. When you free them, are you saying that next time they can do it? So these are the complexity, the situation that makes everything complex when they want to attain peace. However, it's the responsibility of the government to ensure that there is peace. And we believe that since the government have decided that we should discuss, traditional rulers and elites should discuss with the people, I'll definitely applaud and encourage the decision of the head of state. We may go into the analysis to say that these chiefs are not welcomed by their people, but we should be honest also to say that they are chiefs that are also welcomed by their people, and they can dialogue. Even at the level of religion, there are imams that do dialogue with the people that have not moved. They are still talking with their people. There are priests and pastors that are still there. And they have that link with their people. It is not normal. We know it is not easy, that some of them will definitely face challenges. Like one of the challenges that the apostolic nuncio had in church. But we are calling them to continue with the dialogue, to talk with the people. We know it is not easy.
Kezia.
I know you are a Catholic and you are taught, but we will not go into it. Please permit me for us to join the one.
I know. Maybe the people, maybe they were just.
Permit us to skip that particular thing.
If you have brought it up, you see that happens if the nuncio brought in a topic that people actually were not happy with. What of the chief who probably, because we saw chiefs who went on TV and said their village should give 100%, but their villages did not give 100%.
When I was listing all the factors to attain peace, when I talk of compensation, amnesty, there was one thing I was supposed to talk about is forgiveness.
Okay.
Which is very, very important, which is the spiritual backbone to peace. The ability to forgive. All those that have lost their loved one just need to forgive. We just need to forgive and move on. It will not be easy for those chiefs that we are sending, or that the government is sending, or that the head of state is sending. It will not be easy for them. We saw that of the apostolic nuncio. So we can imagine what will be with the other ones. So we are telling them that they should ensure that they should keep on discussing, and they should keep on discussing. No, their revendication is diverse. Somebody may have lost his family member, and there is a name that what you call that person is angry. Those are certain realities.
Yeah, like the scenario you post, you actually articulated in the Northwest, that there are those who may see the military and not happy, those who see the voices are not happy.
They are not happy.
Those who
so there are people in church that they have their reaction that it might be related to the election, or there are other aspects that when they hear a certain name, they get angry, and it's their right. And that is why we are asking the chief to keep on dialoguing, discussing with them, and get their reports, response, and give it to the power that be. Another aspect too that I will say it, and I'll be very, very frank with it, with the fact that elections are coming up. The first people that were supposed to discuss with the citizens to ensure that we have peace, for me, may not necessarily be the chiefs, may not necessarily be these men of God, but the municipal councillors, local government.
Yes.
The first person that can go and stand in front of people with legality and legitimacy and talk to the people are the councillors and the mayor, because they have been voted by them and they represent them. But we have not seen many of them, and that is their job. They need to do it. When they talk about men of God, chiefs, we are pleading on them.
You can actually plead.
Yes, but we are pleading on them to do the communication. But people that it is their responsibility are the municipal councillors and the mayor. That is their job. And when many of these things happened during this election, we did not see many of them.
Even till now, you seen them?
Sorry, we are seeing some. Mr. Jabi, why are you making things hard for me?
No, you raise a very important point, because we cannot be talking about peace at the respective villages and neighborhood, where we know that each quarter has the village has a councillor who is the porte-parole of their village to the council. So he is supposed to be
legally and legitimately.
He is supposed to be the one who should hold responsible if a village actually, because they are the ones who probably, but unfortunately, like you said, which is not what he said.
Yes, we are talking about peace. I would like to say that prevention is better than cure. And let me bring these two situations. Let us compare it. You are hungry. You are really hungry. And somebody who is the only person having opportunity to talk about your situation goes and declares to somebody, to the person who was supposed to solve your problem, that he is not hungry. He gives another reason, and you have hunger in the stomach. How will you feel? Violence. Secondly, before this video assistance cameras were brought into football competition, we have been seeing situations where an intelligent, let me call it intelligent, a wise player would kick you, observe the referee, and kick you, hurt you. By that, if you are somebody who is having anger and it pains you, you want to retaliate, that's the time the referee turns and see you, and they gives you a red card and you go out of the pitch. Nobody listens to you, because you are the only person who you have been seen carrying the action. That's what I'm saying concerning peace, that all of us, the justice, as Keja is rightly saying, that justice, there should be justice. But the problem is that Cameroonians are not satisfied with the justice in Cameroon, because justice in Cameroon is a relation. The common man is never listened to. Justice in Cameroon is manipulated. Somebody who has relation, high relation with the hierarchy, those are the people who manipulate justice. You, the common man, you are not. There are certain things we must take into consideration. Justice in this situation we are talking, like the destruction that has taken place, let justice go on both sides. There is psychological destruction and there is physical destruction. Physical destruction is the one that some people have caused during this
the attack of shops and
attack of shops. We also have a psychological destruction. Those who push them to behave like that. Let me quote an example from where I come from. You cannot go to an area where the people have refused to go out to vote because they are dissatisfied with the government. You go there and you go to the media and declare that 5 people came, they voted.
5 people.
5,000 people vote. I'm talking about where I come from. Maybe they are listening to me because it's a message I'm passing to the people. The people are dissatisfied. You go and talk on their behalf.
Say some.
That is some, yes.
Because there are some people that are satisfied and there are some that are not satisfied.
You go and talk on their behalf. Then more than 5,000 people came. It is very sad. Where I come from, I don't know. Unfortunately, education is not good. Because of the crisis, schools are not really functioning the way we want. I don't know the way children answer questions in the civic education. Because in civic education, children know their people like their mayor, their parliamentarian. People do not know who is a parliamentarian from where I come from, and they don't know their faces. They don't know their name. I'm talking to them. These are the people who went and made that declaration.
But were you on the ground?
Were you on the ground? No, I totally disagree with you. Okay, no. 5,000 people there. Were you there?
Let me land. Let me land before.
Mr. Ignatius, you will land. It's your time. Yes. Were you on the ground to actually see that 5,000 people did not come?
Are you saying that 5 people? How many people, first of all, are they?
No, I'm just asking my question.
No, listen to me also.
Yes.
I'm not people. Those people who are living there are not even up to the number.
You collected data. You did a census.
No, Kedia, you're already trying to bring a logic into this situation. We know that.
we say you. Don't say we. I'm not with you. We saw people came out to vote.
Don't say we.
People came out to vote.
Can you allow me now to land with what I was saying? I was trying to say that there are certain declarations that push people to anger. They kind of figure some of our elite go and declare, because when you are declaring, you are talking on the behalf of the people, and the people are saying that they did not do.
Not the elite, Elecam, not the elite. You are accusing innocent elites. Elecam was the one that published the result now.
Become the lawyer for the elite. I'm talking to my.
Do elites? I don't need to be their lawyer. Do elite publicate result, sir? Who takes care of the result? Okay. It's Elecam now. Okay, publication was done by the Constitutional Council. The National County Commission were responsible. Why are you accusing elites now?
Let me laugh.
Mr. Malamfe.
Whether we agree,
I was about to ask him the question. You just took it from my
mind. Whether we agree or we disagree, we know that Elecam and the Constitutional Council are the legal bodies that are in charge of declaring election, but the social media has a play. We are refusing because we are afraid of chaos. Social media results were not only published by maybe the opposition. You saw even the ruling party coming up to give figures, even though you will not accept. You will not say that they did not delegate them. We saw what's happening. I'm talking about the impact. You are asking a question whether I was on the ground, whether the only body that is legal to publish election. I'm talking about the impact of the publication that people come on air to give. So we are saying my focus first of all is not there. I was trying to talk about a place where
the psychological trauma.
I'm trying to talk about a psychological trauma there.
In a particular area,
they are using their name to make declaration in which they are not satisfied. It contributes to chaos. So we are confirming things that when you want to let justice take both sides, as like I was talking about my own area, a place where people don't know who is a parliamentarian. We don't know who is the mayor. I happen to know them because some of them I knew them when I was in school, as elders in school. Somebody who came as a parliamentarian during that period of war. People don't know who he is. You are you are staying in Yaoundé, and you come from there to make declaration that giving a very coming.
Are you honest to say people don't know? Let us say some. Let us say some. He said that people don't know. Say some people don't know. Don't say people don't know. Can you be honest?
We should sometimes be honest. Yeah, let me learn. We should sometimes be honest. Kedia, if I open my telephone, I see you, Kedia, with another group of people, you come together, I hold yourself like this, I made a declaration. Are you know the Kedia I know? Are you trying to say that it's a mass? I saw a mass because we are talking something we see, even though we can't say.
His point is that you cannot use hasty generalization, because you may some people may not know, but you can also refuse the fact that some people know. these MPs. Some people may not know the mayor. You can also refuse the fact that some people.
No, I already said here that I know them.
No, where you say, but you
I
said people.
I personally.
You said people don't know them.
I know them. If I know them, that's some few people.
Yeah,
so now you are going to that's another thing. But you earlier said people don't know them.
Their absence, my point of view is their absence on the field.
Okay.
And only to come during an election and begin to make those kind
I
of.
agree with you. There are some.
It's not advisable. Yes. Now, let us come to the certain laws, like Kedia rightly said from there. There are certain laws that we should also see into the law. Where there are laws that, like one thing that I once quoted here, we should begin to see in those things that make people dissatisfied in Cameroon. We should not focus on macro projects. You know, macro projects bring attraction from the outside world, but there are certain those that really satisfy the common man are micro projects in the quarter. There is a law that I don't know. Maybe Kenya, you will clarify, or if you have an idea. There is this law in Cameroon. We have been seeing on television how bikes throw people in mud, in red mud. I mean, I'm talking about the situation of bad roads in our quarters. But now, you can have an elite in the quarter who he's having the means. He can decide to buy maybe gravel and arrange the road in the quarter. He's taken to court. I don't know where this law, who brought this kind of law, that individuals cannot help the population that is at need. We are not saying that the government is not, the government is solving, but if the government cannot solve all the problems at the same time, why should we not allow individuals to help those who are in need? Because I know that law is existing. That law, I don't know details. I don't know details, but I know that there is something that is disturbing.
There's a procedure.
Yeah. Let me. I don't.
It's about procedure.
I don't want to make it. Let me. Yes, you are correct.
No, I'm saying that it's about procedure.
I want also to make it clear because I don't. Really
if you want to put ground in your quarter because there is water disturbing, you meet the quarter heads. There are procedures.
There is something.
It's not only the quarter head.
There's a procedure.
There's something.
This is the problem. The issue is each policy, each village or town has what is called town planning and the government vision for that town. And so the government envisage that before you go about that, you must get to the authorities to tell you what government vision it is for that and the required specification of routes, or if you have to tie it, what they actually want in view. For example, you may want to tie a road in your quarter, whereas the government vision is 23 centi of Konta and this and that and that. Maybe in the process of bulldozing, you will have to, there's a road that was supposed to pass somewhere, you go and block it. All these things have procedures that you must follow, like KJ is saying. It's not like, so when you just go around do it, you have actually abrogated the procedure, you will be arrested. So what we should be saying is that the administrative bottleneck, that was in 2013, President Pobe has talked about the too much administrative bottlenecks. So these bottlenecks should, and that's where decentralization now comes in, that if this decentralization is effective, the regional council takes full autonomy from what they are doing, then they cannot ease this procedure where you pass through the regional council, not passing through the mayor goes to the DO, the DO they go to the SDO go to the governor send back to the Minad Army to decentralization sent to Ministry of Transport now communicate to Minister of Housing and Urban Development because it is interrelated. Housing and Urban Development is involved, Minister of Transport is involved.
Yeah, that's why I said that law is involved.
So you see that you have three, you have public works, you have public works, you have urban development and town planning, because the town, they have the roadmap. You also have now decentralization. So it's a kind of complex.
That's why I'm saying that law is evil. It is evil. Why? It may be somebody is sick and the doctor is not available. And then it may be there is a nurse that want to administer. It may be some drip for while waiting for the doctor. You allow the person to die. I experienced something when I traveled to the west.
We'll be coming back.
Yes.
We'll be coming back to you. Let's get to Mr. Prezo because we'll be taking an advert at 1:30. Then we'll have a full discussion of that. But before that, let me take on these brief messages. It says, "Good afternoon, Mr. Jarvis. This is Caleb from Biya. I would suggest that the government should go through all the people that were arrested during this election and during the election, and anyone who proves that he or she voted with his or her voter's card should be released.
Yes.
But the question now, some are asking, what of those who have been arrested at their homes, who have voters card, who have been arrested as we are talking? Will they also be released? This one is good afternoon, Jarvis. Please ask the. Yeah, message has been gotten. Greetings to you, Jarvis and crew. I want to thank Kedia for honesty, apologizing to Ringobel Song Bahanak. I strongly hope that one day he, Kedia, and his okay, so you want to thank you for apologizing to Ringobel Song Bahanak. He said he also hope that one day.
No, it's only, I understand what he's struggling to say, but we've not done anything that will apologize. I understand what
okay.
Viewers.
Says, good afternoon, Jarvis. I'm Queen Moses from Super Kambingo. Please ask Mr. Keja why is it that his party spend a lot of money organize election that they already know the winner. Okay, we'll be coming back on the panel. Let's take on this advert that will come to Mr. Prizo to continue the discussion as far as today's topic is concerned. Just to let you know that you can participate on the program on the message on your screen. The time for this program has been extended to 1:55:56. So we are no longer ending at 1:30.
I am Express Exchange, leader in money transfers within Cameroon for more than 15 years via my international partners MoneyGram, Western Union, Riyadh Transfer, World Remits, and others. You can send and receive money all over the world. I assist you in all your mobile money transactions and buying of communication credit. You are always welcome to my 300 branches for payment of your ENEO, electricity bills, and your university tuition fees, the payment of school fees, and competitive examination fees for high schools and college via the Campus Money platform. Because your satisfaction is my priority, I assure you on ever-increasing and improved quality service, payments, availability of cash for your transactions. Express Exchange, the #1 in quality service in Cameroon.
You're welcome back from that transition. Mr. Prizo, we are looking at this aspect. You have articulated a lot as far as building peace and actually bringing down tension is concerned. You talked about the fact that we should not only look at the government, we also have a responsibility to play, and that we should also understand that justice is something that must be done, especially for those who have had their businesses destroyed. That's the position of your party. Now, many will say that if we are clinching on that, are you not indirectly saying that there should not be peace again? Because some also will say that what of those whose action push others to go to the street?
You see, peace is a requirement for life, and I want us to remember that the very first concept on the motto of this country is peace, and so we don't have to play with that. And I also want to take advantage of mentioning that justice is the second theme of our motto, the motto of our party. So those are two concepts of themes which we cannot play with, because we believe that they are very, very important, crucial for, development of this country, for unity, for, providing a good conditions of living in our country. Because when you talk about peace, we talk about justice. I will always say that it begins with two people before it is extended to a group and a nation. And Mr. Kedia earlier said sometimes about all of us being part of the nation, the embodiment of the nation. And to that aspect, I want to say this. We should always try to differentiate what we call the state and the government, because to an extent, the state, is the structure, that is the different organs that permit a nation to function. Now, we can add to that the nation itself, that is the embodiment of all the populations, all the communities that live together in a country. Because if we do not do that, at the end of the day, it will just become boiled to consider that some individuals can, impersonate the nation itself, and which is not true.
Mm-hmm.
It is not true. We all are Cameroonians, and this we have to reinforce it. We have to reinforce it. And the reason why we talk about justice, let's all Cameroonians understand, it is because when justice is applied, and by the way, let us be frank to ourselves, all over the world, justice is never, something that is fully applied that is the way people are expecting it. Simply because, in our country, most people are talking about justice in reference to what? To the law. But I always want to tell people that we have justice by our own cultures. If you go in, you study our own cultures, our individual ethnical, you see that there is a way to address justice within. Beside that, if you go to church, you go to mosque, the Quran, the Bible, and all other books that are qualified to be holy books have a way to address justice. You understand? So it is important that we begin to learn justice from the grassroots. Because again, the justice we are trying to apply through the law here is an imported
justice.
It's according to the other people.
Yeah, because Professor Pierre Lumumba said that the justice system of Africa is retributive rather than being consolatory. That the African system of justice is consolatory and not retributive.
And then, let us not forget that we are human beings. We mentioned about LECAM, the Constitutional Court, and so on. All Cameroonians should know that whether it's the CPDM in power or not, whichever party will come, will not do without institutions that have to, organize elections, proclaim the results. There are always going to be all those organs. And that is why we are appealing, why we are appealing for peace. And let people of, leaders of parties, the civil society continue to educate Cameroonians, because after an election, before and after an election, there is life. And the only thing we have to do is to work for peace continually. There will always be injustices. And there are injustices for what? Because we, as individuals, we are not perfect. We always say that. But it is true that there is a need to see that at all time, justice is applied to curb what? To curb evil. That is the purpose why law is established in every country, to curb, even in our societies. It is to curb evil. It is not for any other thing. So said, we believe that if you commit an offense, what has to be done is that it should be condemned, and you should be punished by the law, because that's what makes justice. It helps at least to appease the person who was offended. But if it is that, well, justice is not applied, or some people think that the old justice, yes, yeah, justice in their hands, then it is wrong. Because most of the things that have been said here concerning these elections at a point in time. You observe that some of the people who are requesting for justice are not requesting for the justice by the law, but they are requesting it from their own point of view. And if you request that justice should be made by what you consider to be justice, then you are on the wrong way. So we just want to still encourage Cameroonians, because that is one of our principle in our party, to keep on encouraging Cameroonians to seek for peace, to seek for justice, even from you know, their grassroots, that is wherever their environment, wherever they live. And we still have to believe, we must still have to believe that whatever you know, quality you have as a citizen, you must be a participator into building peace. And I want to say it again and emphasize on that. Peace in this country doesn't depend on the President of the Republic.
Yeah.
It depends on all of us. It is only when the situation is trying to go out of hand, then we have to use institutional means. But unfortunately, during these elections, you know, Mr. mentioned the outings of the Minister of Territorial Administration, which also, I think, are not, you know, conducive. Sometimes it goes beyond limits, and which is not. This country is the country of all Cameroonians, so you cannot keep on threatening other citizens. It is not normal at all. It's not acceptable, and this is what upsets people's mind, because what is happening, the situation we are today, is not something we are told about. It is something we observe it. We have been, the President of the Republic, Biya, has been there for 43 years. That is not a question to put to the Minister of Territorial Administration. And we know that economically, there has been a lot of failures. So to conclude, I want to say just two things. Mr. Kedia talked about counseling in Europe. No, I'm a counselor. The problem is, Cameroonians do not believe one another. I want to give you an example, clear example. You might be a journalist in your I think I mentioned it here. You might be a journalist, you might be an anthropologist. It doesn't make any sense for the members of your family. It doesn't make any sense. They don't even want to know what is an anthropologist. What they expect from you is that you've gone to school, you have your own paper, you know, you are having some money, and then you bring the money. That's all. And this is where, these are the kind of paradigms we have to change. And you see, in our political party, we always say we have to reshuffle our system of education. We have to change it to make it such that before a child who goes to school, primary school, before you get to about 12 years latest, at least you can translate what you have learned in the community. And the community must be ready to receive, that is to internalize that, the fact that we've sent this child to school to learn. So what have you brought? Show it to us. If we do that, things will change. Obviously, because it is about the mindset. You cannot be in a country where, you know, you have to spend about 25 years, let us say that is the medium, 25 years before they will expect you to do something for the country. It is totally abnormal. At the age of 12, a child today in our society must be considered as somebody who is an asset, because it can be assigned to do a number of things.
But that also fall with what you are saying, the voters' age. The voting age need to be, actually, people are also complaining that it should need to be brought to 18.
That's not the problem. But education is the basics of all. You see, if you have a young man of 18 years who are who is not abreast, you know, with the, you know, the principles, you know, the doing of politics, then there is no need. Because most of the young people today you meet, you ask somebody, okay, what do you expect the government to change? He will not give you an answer. You meet young people today during the campaign, you explain to a young boy or many of them what you want to bring as a new thing, you understand, for them, that will profit them. They will keep on telling you that no, all those things are lies. Because to them, and I came to a conclusion.
Because politicians have lied to them so much time that.
No, let me tell you one thing. All of these things come because of the misconceptions of concepts. How do you perceive a concept? When they tell you politics, I will ever say that it is a noble activity and it's for noble people. But now, politics in terms of application is something which is very, very slippery. You cannot control it. It's not like you have, I don't know, something in your hand. No. If we look at what is happening in a country, I don't know whether you are following what is happening in Senegal.
Diomaye Faye and Ousmane Sonko.
Yes, because people feel that when you are doing politics and you are in power, you hold the power as if it were your purse. No, it's not your purse, because it is the environment, the context, and what is happening that determine the kind of decision you have to take.
Okay,
you understand? So the last thing I want to say to a bit enlarge my brother. In fact, Mr. Kedia and yourself, you were trying to make mention of it. There are categories of roads. You understand? If you have a road that is leading maybe in the quarters, which has to be maintained, you have to go to the council. You tell the council you want to maintain the road. Now they will tell you, they will give you all the indications, all the information about how that road is expected to be constructed.
For normal gravel,
what if
you call it normal gravel? Is a road?
Yes, it's a road.
It's a road.
As long as it is the government or the council that has opened that road, they know that is for the good, the betterment of that area. You understand? You go to them, you tell them, okay, I'm living behind here, or I have this business pier here, so I want to see that the road is maintained. So they will give you all the information about the road, and they will tell you you do not have to go out of what are the requirements to maintain the road. And if you respect them, they will allow you to do that. I've had that experience in Bujongo with a businessman who wanted to walk the road. They told him that, okay, this is the width of the road, and this is, you have covered, this is, and so if you want to maintain the road, stay within this, and then there's no problem.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that it's a procedural issue. Yes. Because if the procedures are respected, every route has a particular vision and a particular dynamic, because you may go and put the gravel and you reduce the size of the road in such a way that next time somebody comes and builds and say, no, this road, this is dimension. So you must respect the dimension specification.
But I accept with my brother, I understand what he's saying.
Now I understood also.
The frustration that the
I understand what he's saying. He's talking about, I understand what the senior panelist said. But there are some minor roads, those roads in the quarters, and those minor roads in the quarters. We understand what we are saying. There are some that when the quarter organized with the quarter head, people contribute money in the street to buy camions to fill it. When a rich man comes and he removes his money and he does it, we still have bottlenecks that will still pass, that no, he was supposed to go to the council. And then when you go to the council, they say that no, as an individual, you don't have the power to get those contractors, give us the money,
contract.
we will get the contractor.
Yes, I know.
Those things are there. And if you want to build, I am a communicator of the CPDM, and if you want to be a nation, there are certain things that they're supposed to be looked into, and we look ourselves into the face and we actually talk about it. That is actually a problem. So I accept what he's saying.
Yeah, before coming to you, let me take on some of these messages. This one says, good afternoon, Jarvis. The grey militant of Pius Party, he mentioned the Bible or Quran. If the 10 Commandments were the basis which we governed this country, there will be no need for any other laws. Hebrew 10 verse 16. Takom Andot, writing from Menka. Menka should be in the Northwest Region, Momo Division of Cameroon. This one, right, it says, greetings to you all in the studio. I always enjoy practical political talks based on the result of the presidential election, we currently had in October 2025. It shows none of the political parties currently selling their vision to stand and work for the people will actually stand for the people, as when the people said they should all rally behind a single political candidate. They didn't listen to the people's cry, but they went after their personal interests. So I will advise the public to not vote any of the opposition candidates in the municipal and communal election, because they are dash, and people whom don't value the success of our beloved nation. They will also allow the current political power to also hold hostage their own egocentric interests. So we all know there is no political parties in Cameroon, notably dash. I will not call the name of this the political persons I have cited here. Personally, I would say that dash has successfully killed the dash party by making the worst decision of putting his interest over the people's interest. In 1992, late Pani John Fundi chose to protect the interest of the people rather than his personal interest. But Dash has done the opposite with smile.
Just read the name.
How do you say you know the party? You know the person.
What you call party, you suspect the party.
So who is the person?
We are not being certain.
So who is the person? You really claim you know the person. Who is the person?
I'm not in the position to call somebody. I would not like to understand.
So, okay, Keja. Now, we are almost slowly itching out to this the program. We have just 5 minutes to go. What is that advice, briefly, you have for the state? Because CPGM is not the state, eh?
Sure, 100%.
For the state and for the common man.
Firstly, to the state, I'll say it very clear. All this issue of electoral problem or tribalism, the Cameroonian people just want the state, the government, to do what is right. The people want to be satisfied with the level of employment, drinking water, and the rest. And I believe that if all this is executed, the people will not have reasons for revendication. It is also true that all this cannot be attained, because we've not seen any country where there is full employment, where there is full water, electricity, 100%. We have not seen. But the people will be satisfied when they see the effort being made by those that are there.
Okay.
If today you are a minister and you go abroad for treatment, it's a lot of questions for the common man to ask questions that so what's happening with this hospital back in the country? Is that is not good? Those are the questions the common man is asking. If the common man have electricity, because when we talk about common man here, we are talking about those people that
we're out of time.
Those people, maybe those who are at level or those that are trying to do self-employed, the people just want the environment to be okay for them to carry out their own activity. I believe if the environment is conducive, the people will carry out their own economic activity to be satisfied. And to the common people,
very briefly,
which I am part of, because I'm a common man, very simple, close to the youths, what I would like to tell them is that we should have confidence and trust our institution and work with them, while asking for accountability, which is their right.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here. We thank the head of state, the father of our nation, to accept of ruling the nation for the next 7 years. And we are saying that these 7 years, women will smile and the youth will be very happy.
We have started seeing motorbikes now.
Yes, the youth, yes. The youth, yes, it's employment, it's employment. So no need of you struggling to criticize it. It's employment. And we are expecting more.
Very brief, we're out of time. Thank you.
Yes. I would just like to call on Cameroonians to exercise some patience, because I don't believe that 7 years now, after 43 years, is going to bring miracles. So we just need to be conscious. Sometimes time will tell. and let justice be decentralized, as we used to say. Cameroon is decentralized. The justice to go right to the grassroots, because today, just like our elder Priso said from here in Douala, if somebody who is rich comes and see your house and is interested in on that plot, he will take it, because when it comes to a certain level, he deals with the people up there, and the kind of justice is brought in a way that it will not favor you. You are gone. Let justice be decentralized. That's the only message I have for now.
Thank you very much, Park. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My last words well, will be based on what the gentleman said. I want to advise all the youths to avoid, trying to do things to upset things and put them upside down. In fact, it is not to the population, to decide that, a particular political party or leader should stand, in the expense of a program. Political parties build programs to develop the country. So it is dependent on that program that you have to choose. It is not that they will come and bring somebody and say, okay, this is the person who has to. And therefore, let them be participators. Let them get involved, because by that, they will collect a good portion of power to pressure, the entire political arena, or the entire political leadership, so that the peace they are expecting and justice will be applied. The justice and peace cannot be in this country if they do not bring their own part. That's what I want to bring as my conclusion.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank all those of you who took out time to participate on this program. Like I always say, when you send us your message, do well to avoid personal insults and personal attack, because messages like that is not Republican. As one minister once said, we are in a republic, so we are supposed to be Republican in this republic. So all those of you who took out time to participate, this program will rebroadcast exactly 10:30 today, and on Sunday next we shall be having different discussion as far as this is concerned. If you want to be a member of our panel, you want to participate in our discussion, the number you see on your screen, reach out to us and we will put you into the group where we discuss topics. If it's of our interest, you come, as long as you assume responsibility of what you will say, rather than saying this person ought to say this person ought to say this. As always, I leave you with, I want to wish happy Sunday to you, Mr. and Nyam Robert and your wife, Juan. Happy Sunday to Mr. Nyam and your wife, Juan. Also to you, Mr. Charles, who is Agbo, who is also in Canada. Happy Sunday to you. Until we meet again, no matter the matter, what matters is your matter. What matter for you is that you should stay out of trouble. My name is Tamai Jarvis, Cameroon's commercial capital Douala. Fengu Dombage. Bye bye.
I am Express Exchange, leader in money transfers within Cameroon for more than 15 years via my international partners MoneyGram, Western Union, Riyadh Transfer, World Remits, and others. You can send and receive money all over the world. I assist you in all your mobile money transactions and buying of communication credit. You are always welcome to my 300 branches for payment of your ENEO, electricity bills, and your university tuition fees, the payment of school fees, and competitive examination fees for high schools and college via the Campus Money platform. Because your satisfaction is my priority, I assure you on ever-increasing and improved quality service, payments, availability of cash for your transactions. Express Exchange, the #1 in quality service in Cameroon.